Good morning, YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good evening, YouTube. Years ago, my cousin invited me to join her in Panama. And while I was there, we went to her aunt's house, which was not my aunt, but her aunt on the other side of the family. And they gave me this drink called Soursop. And I was like, oh, I'll try it. I've never had it before. And it is a West Indian thing, but I never had it. I never remember tasting this. And I have a very good memory in reference to food. So the lady was like, yes, it's soursop. So I was like, soursop? I don't know what that is. Anyway, they gave me that shake, juicy shake. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing I ever tasted. It's one of the best drinks I've ever had. And I didn't want to be rude and ask her for another cup, but I had to. I had to get another cup. So when I got back to the United States, I couldn't find it. So I kept on looking, and I went to a store called Fiesta. Initially, Fiesta was the only one who carried. This is what I found. And it is soursop. At the bottom, you can see that, but it's under another name in Spanish. So I found this in the frozen food department. And I was like, well, is it as good? Well, it's as close as I could get. Every now and then, our supermarket gets a fresh soursop in. They're really expensive. But if you can find this fruit fresh in the store, it's worth it. You just juice it. It has large seeds in it. And you just squeeze all the juice out of it, and it gives you a pulp it gives you a pulp like this. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make the drink. So for the drink, there are several styles of soursop juicing, but this is the one I like best. So I use this package of Goya soursop, and it is 14 ounces, okay? Then I used a can of sweetened condensed milk, some vanilla, and my favorite, nutmeg. And I'll be grinding that fresh, I always do. So I got my nutmeg out, and I got my soursop. You need a blender also for this thing. So let me turn this thing around so you can see the blender. There's my blender. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a hole in this thing, and I'm gonna drop, I've washed this already, okay? I dropped, and I washed my hands already. I'm gonna drop this soursop juice, or soursop pulp, which is what this is, into the blender. And it was frozen, so you're gonna see it's a little clumpy, but that's because I keep it in the freezer. You're gonna find this near your blueberries, strawberries, the frozen food department of your store, where the blueberries and strawberries and frozen bananas are. So I got as much of the pulp out as possible. Then this is about 4 cups of water. Sweetened condensed milk, the entire can. Ooh, I'm making a mess, I'm making a mess, making a mess, making a mess. Oh well. I'm not a musician. I'm not a musical person. I am good at singing, but I'm not good at tunes. So let's get all this stuff out. And I told you the story about my mom having sweetened condensed milk in the refrigerator with her tea, and I used to eat this stuff like candy. She would come into the kitchen looking, to put some condensed milk in her tea, and there was none left. She just look around and just get disgusted and say, okay, I guess in her mind, and just get another can of condensed milk and start all over again. I don't know if she knew it was me, because there were 3 of us, but it was me. Okay, so I'm gonna take my nutmeg, and where is my grater? Here it is. Get my grater, and I'm gonna grate it. And just like any other food that I do, I'm not gonna put too much nutmeg in there, but I wanna put enough. So I have that in there, and then I'm going to put a little bit, just a splash of vanilla. Okay. start my mixer. I'm gonna turn it on. There we are. And I have it on 5, so I'm just gonna put this together. Okay, now we're gonna test it. I have to get some spoons out this time. I cannot just do it by hand. So I got a bunch of teaspoons out because this container is long. I use my pitcher over again, the one that has the water, to put my soursop juice in there. And let's do a taste. It's gonna be frothy on the top, like this. And I'm gonna do a taste. Oh, I could taste the soursop. That is so good. But I think I need a little bit more nutmeg, so I'm gonna grate some more of it. Nutmeg is super strong, but you want to be able to taste it. I can definitely taste the soursop. The condensed milk flavor is almost completely gone. It tastes between a mango and banana-ish taste. It's hard to explain, but it's super good. Another thing about soursop is that it's high in vitamin C and it's high in antioxidants, which is not proven yet, but they say that it fights cancer, breast cancer, as well as prostate cancer. It also helps to stabilize your blood sugar and it lowers blood pressure. Let me see. Another thing it aids in is because it has a lot of fiber in it, because this fruit is going to be very fibrous. I'm talking about the fruit of the soursop, because you can also make a tea out of the leaves. But the fruit of the soursop, I told you it was pulpish. And that's because it's like little pustules. What can I explain it to? Anybody had a Chinese apple? What do they call it around here? Pomegranate. It has the fruit is the seed is inside the little pieces of fruit inside the fruit. So in the fruit, you're going to have little packets and there's going to be little black seeds, and you just take the white part and take the seeds and either replant it or throw it out. Okay, so I must pulp this again because I just put some more Another thing about soursop is that they're saying it's a sedative. It calms you down and it helps to fight infections and viruses. So if you drink this, it's going to boost your immune system. Perfect. So here we go. I'm going to pour this in here. Y'all see how creamy it is? I don't want it too thick, but I don't want it too watery either. And there you have it, soursop juice. Drink it. It tastes wonderful. A lot of things that fight diseases like cancer and diabetes and high blood pressure, they don't taste good. But this tastes good. If you can't, or if you're lactose intolerant and you can't do milk, you can do this with water. And some people put water, honey, and a little bit of lime juice in it. So that's another alternative for the soursop. If you have a soursop, you can eat the fruit in its entirety by itself. But know this, it's going to aid in digestion. So it's going to make you go to the bathroom. So just be careful with it, because you don't end up like me at the airport and all of a sudden the soursop hits you. All right. You all have a great day. This is Jamaica. Please like and subscribe. And I will be back with something else tomorrow. Take care.